You guys remember this? I caught this for you guys. I told you I was drawn to take the picture through my window, and this is what I found. And then the next day I was drawn again to the window. You guys will see it way back in the, I made a whole video of it because the last thing that I saw will blow your mind. Yeah, my screen is doing all kinds of crazy stuff. It may be a little bit smaller, but I don't care because it's weird, okay? So anywho, you see the next day, this is what happened. I was drawn to do this, and it's like, it looked like 3, but then if I look at it clearer, it'll look like 5 or 6 or 7, I don't know, of these, okay? So, yeah, so the next day I was drawn to more of these, okay? Which I choose to say are spirits. So a lot of spirits are they did something this particular time, man, I'm telling you. And a lot of you guys, look way back at my videos, you'll see the whole entire video. And this is before they started really harming my channel relentlessly and then this is when somebody else came up with a name, and how they say the one from India and the one person. It's interesting that they have my same name, because people used to make that joke and say, oh, well, if you get scammed, it's that one guy in India or some crazy stuff they say sitting behind a desk. Well, I have 2 people with the same name, that has channels as mine. And so a lot of my subscribers that I met out in the field, I hope they are never confused by this. However, I see that they have been harming my channel over the years, and now we're learning about all of this other stuff that's coming to light, which I was, always telling you guys something of the sort, okay, which I'm trying to post right now, because I'm gonna let y'all see in every which way. Something brief though. But this is my channel, and this is how it was before anything. You see how it went from the 2s to the 1s, and then if I go back to my other information that I have, you'll see actually more. But nevertheless, it's neither here nor there, but this is what's happening now.
Governments have to protect you, whether that's local, state, maybe even federal. Y'all see ILO Convention number 169. Self-identification as indigenous or tribal shall be regarded as a fundamental criterion. Alright, so it is a criteria to correct your status. Look at Article 2. Governments must develop coordinated and systematic actions to protect the rights of these people and to guarantee respect for their integrity. Y'all screaming y'all tired of people bothering y'all, messing with y'all, saying y'all not indigenous. Let's go even deeper. Alright. Article 13 through 16. Recognize special relationship to land and territories. Require identification, protection. My laptop shut off, but anyways, look, they even talk about reparations. If y'all have removal without free and conformed consent, all of y'all who say that your land was taken, they have to ensure return and compensation where relocation occurs. So, y'all see ILO Convention number 169.
Oh, how long you been doing poetry? I said many years, more than 20. But when I caught her expression, my smile started to fade. She said, more than 2 decades and you still performing around the way? I at least thought you'd been on Broadway or a national stage. My nostrils fled. I shifted in my seat. I adjusted my glasses. I said, what you say to me? She said, I'm just saying, more than 20 years should probably bring you fame. I said, well, the fact that I'm still in demand leaves me amazed. I'm grateful. I looked at sis again. There was no scales, no sharp talons, but it was a little smoke on her tongue. She was hateful. She said, how old are you? I took a long look around the room. I was hinting at sis to go on and move. I was trying not to be rude. I said, I'm in my early 40s. She said, true. I don't see no ring. I said, no, baby girl, not yet. She said, oh, so you ain't meet nobody who wanted to take you off the market? I said, well, of the few men that I dated, there was one I thought I would be with for life, but it didn't work out that way. She said, another independent woman who can't find her Mr. Right. I said, sis, you want to fight? But she laughed at my offense. Instead of falling back, she leaned in. She said, you sitting here like you ain't got no friends. At least tell me you got some kids. I said, I don't have no time for this. My life is beautiful the way that it is. She said, oh, you one of them. I said, one of who, friend? She said, you the type to meet a grim reality with toxic positivity. You sitting there like you never wanted to be mommy or wifey. I said, you're talking to a woman who has radical acceptance for whatever God has for me. I said, honestly, I'm at peace. And I remembered I didn't even have to be in this woman's vicinity. I started to gather my things up quickly. I said, for the record, I didn't enjoy your company. But since you forced yourself upon me, the least you can do is tell me your name. Sis gonna say same. I said, same as what, girl? Stop playing. She said, same as the woman that I'm talking to, boo. She said, sis, I'm you. I'm the dark corners of your brain. I give voice to what your subconscious be saying. She said, you met a lot of hurt people who wanted you to feel the same. You used to ignore it, but now in the quiet corners of your day, you start to regurgitate all of the negative things they used to throw your way. And she said, look around, sis, I'm not even here. But I'm glad that you can hear your inner thoughts really are that rude. You need to get to therapy and get them people's opinions up off of you. Because I know your life is beautiful, but the question is, do you? She said, right now, you sounding like your own biggest hater. And I wanted you to know that until you let their opinions go, you are the only dragon that needs slaying. Thank y'all.
I told you niggas Hitler was a made-up character. Why? Because these corporations who made these goddamn GMO humans, when the world said they couldn't make them no more and sell them like that, they had to get rid of the product. So what do big corporations do when they got an overabundance of product? They haul off the cost. By doing what? Dumping the product. Okay, they made all these goddamn GMO humans, all this goddamn product that was crazy as hell in mental asylums. These bitches were crazy. They made them 1 year old in an hour. They had mental asylums, prisons, and A63 after the World Fair. That's why the first black massacre is in New York, because that's when they turned them loose. They had already put them on orphan trains from 854 to 929. We're from 854 to 863. We helped their ass. But in 863, them bitches mobbed us out.
I miss you. I think about you every day. I think about what we had. I think about the good times, you know, all of the laughs, all of the jokes, but I don't miss you enough to go back to the broken version of me. See, this version of me is way more healed, way more understanding, way more whole. When we was rocking, I was a fraction of myself, shell of myself. I was nowhere near where I needed to be, and that's why the relationship was able to go as long as it did, even though I know that it wasn't where I was supposed to be. The version of me that it would take to be with you is something I could never go back to. I wish you the best. You know what I mean? I'm genuinely praying that you do well. I just can't be a part of it. I like this new version of me too much.
How do you move on from somebody?
You can't move on from somebody until you detach from them. And you can't detach from them without realizing that you were attached to them. So I think the question to ask is, why am I attached to this person? What do I feel like? What hole in me do I think that they are filling? So I needed to be with her or be with him because they validated me. They made me feel loved. That tells you that you don't love yourself enough. Because if you love yourself enough, you wouldn't depend on them to love you. Do you see how this works? So understand that every person that you're with is merely reflecting you. So if you struggle with something in a relationship with somebody, that's because you actually struggle with that part of you. And they're reflecting it back to you. But the ego wants you to focus on them. No, no, no. It was just you. That's why I try to tell you, nothing exists outside of you. Everything was you. And when you know that, now everyone that you interact with, they're teaching you a little bit more about yourself.
How do you move on from somebody?
Oh, happy birthday to you, 12/14. Happy birthday to you, December 14. Oh, happy birthday to all of our lovely and handsome and sexy, and don't forget, intelligent, and really don't let grass grow under your feet. Whew. December the 14th birthday. Happy birthday to you. Yeah. And it's all about you, you guys. I'm telling you, you need to recognize. Some of you guys, you were born albino. Some of you guys, conjoined twins, something about conjoined twins, okay, for some of you guys, a fractured something of that conjoined twin. I do remember that. If not, it's someone close to your energy that is carrying that. But a lot of you guys were born albino with a parent that really wanted to, was not really, they were somewhat, I don't like this, but ashamed of you in some type of way, ashamed or something like that. So I'm seeing one parent that wanted to hide you because you were born albino. I'm getting albino for some of you guys. Yeah, but all that did was open your eyes to recognize and realize, that love has no boundaries. Love is really what it is. Love, it's like even to quote unquote have a friend is somebody that you know all about and you love them anyway. So love is in spite of. So a lot of you guys learned how to love in spite of, because of the incompetence of love that you have experienced throughout your years in all the heavy download of tears. You know what I mean? That's what I'm getting for a lot of you guys. A lot of you guys are left-handed. I'm seeing some of you guys, majority of you guys are left-handed. A lot of you guys ironing clothes gives you peace of mind. Some of you guys may have not got back into your groove yet. Some of you guys love to crochet. I'm getting that. Some of you guys... No. I'm sorry, you guys. But some of you guys actually... Those who I'm talking to that did some time behind bars. You picked the crocheting up behind bars or something like that. Something you guys do to crochet. You make things. Some of you guys make things and crochet things, and you picked that up while you were incarcerated is what I'm getting for some of you guys. Yeah. That's what I'm getting. A lot of you guys, you're going to get a homemade baked cake, or some of you guys are going to bake a cake today, your own special way. Some of you guys is something like a soda, Coca-Cola sponge cake or something like that. Some kind of way you do that. A lot of you guys, I see a lot of other things, a lot of you guys getting your nails done, different colors, blah, blah. Um, I see a lot of you guys have a mole on the bottom of your left foot. Okay. Yeah, right there where the bottom of your sole, like in your foot. You have a mole there. And it's not a fat mole or anything. It's a flat one. And yeah, is what I'm getting for you guys. I don't know what that is, but the higher realms, oh, I know. The higher realms want you to know that this message is detailed for you who I'm talking to. Others of you guys, you have a mole right on top of your eyes. The higher realms made me touch the left side. So a lot of you guys, it may be your left side or of your eyes, right? Like on top of your eyebrow, you have a mole there. I'm seeing that for some reason. Then others of you guys, you have a mole on your nose. So a lot of you guys have unique, distinct messaging on your body, okay? It tells you your ability, your skill, your gift, and quite frankly, yeah, your skill, your gift is what I'm getting for a lot of you guys, okay? A lot of you guys are leaders in a big way. Okay, a lot of you guys need to know you're multidimensional spiritual beings. A lot of you guys have, you have the letters from what do you call 3 to 8 letters in your name is what I'm getting. Okay, and I'm speaking first name only. Okay, right now. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Okay. Because some of you guys do have the 3-letter name. And it's weird because the higher realms is showing me your 3-letter name. Some of you guys have a Y in it. There's a Y and an E in it. So it's something like yay though. Some kind of way they got you guys with that type of energy. So a lot of you guys have the yay energy in the, yeah. So it's a spiritual name attached. So I don't know. Okay. That's what I'm getting in a big way. So happy birthday, number 14 is your day. A lot of you guys need to know that you are a huge key component to this whole divine plan on this beautiful said divine planet Earth, okay? The higher realms want you to know your worth since birth, all right? Because that's what you guys need to know. You are the mass key component to this whole divine plan on this beautiful divine planet Earth. The higher realm said that word could be no other word than planet. And it's simply so you will know that you are planned. Okay? The last 2 letters of that word planet is ET, and that is you in a big way. Okay? I can't make it up till the end of time or till the end of Earth's timeline or your Earth timeline here. Okay, the higher realms want you guys to know that you have been walking, and some of you guys have been able to channel messages too. So this is where this is coming through. A lot of you guys know that Some of you guys, I'm seeing something about blue. Some of you guys, your favorite color is blue, or is blue. Blue is today. Your outfit is blue today. Something about blue today. Okay, and it's only the color, okay, in a big way. And yeah, so a lot of you guys need to know you've been living the ET life all your life. And what that means is E, executing low vibe energy, and T, transmuting it into high vibe energy. So a lot of you guys have been walking this walk before you even could talk the talk. Yeah, so that's a beautiful thing. So a lot of you guys have been really working hard, to do so. A lot of you guys have been the ET sister or bro, don't you know? Okay. A lot of you guys have been negating several, nuances and disagreements. A lot of you guys find yourself always in the middle, breaking it up, putting transmuting it into high vibe energy. A lot of you guys have been the cellular, of the dynamic plan, okay? Let me just say that because a lot of you guys you're not fearful of taking a stand or making a stand, all right? Yeah, so people can overstand and understand, the bigger plan. So a lot of you guys have been doing that all the way. The higher realms want me to give you guys examples. Something about, okay, this is weird. But let me get it, because it's a channel message coming through, and bear with me. And it's weird because it's about balloons, and I see the balloons in front of me, but neither here nor there. It's about you guys' story. It's about a balloon. Something happened in your lifetime. I think you guys were, I don't know, it looks like 12 to 14 for some of you guys, and others of you guys, because some of you guys were big for your age, okay? So you could have been younger and interesting. But nevertheless, I'm going to say between the ages of 8 to 14, okay? Because a lot of you guys were bigger than your age in a big way. But I'm seeing you guys, like it was a situation. I don't know, you guys were out at a carnival or out somewhere having a good time, and somebody popped somebody's balloon, or it was a dispute over a balloon that was popped, and you guys really you didn't add any fuel to the fire. A lot of you guys made them recognize, the situation was not as severe. A lot of you guys added a sense of clarity to it, using your clairs. So a lot of you guys deflected that energy because somebody was mad. Somebody was, it was a weird thing. And it was about a balloon. And I hope you guys can remember, because I'm also seeing like across the street, it was like a fireplace somewhere. You guys were outside. It was outside. It wasn't an inside thing. It was like you guys were out, and way across the street there, I'm seeing a fire station or something like that in that area. And like I said, that's what the age frame was, like 8 to 14. A lot of you guys were able to diffuse a situation that could have been more bigger than it was, especially between the ages of 8 and 14. If somebody was bigger than the next person, they would have hurt that person bad. So a lot of you guys were able to, high vibe that, execute that low vibe energy and transmute it into high vibe energy. And for that, you guys are being highly commended from the higher realms. That's just something that you guys need to recognize, that was a great job at an early age. You guys really did, you really have been doing some work, okay? So a lot of you guys need to keep your foot out your butt, because a lot of you guys been doing that. I don't know what that is. Like, just keep your foot out your butt, okay? So a lot of you guys like to beat up on yourself in a big way. So the higher realms are saying, yes, you've been executing love out, and a lot of you guys need to know that, see, your life is it is simply your soul's mission, okay? It is not a competition. You'll find different people in multidimensional spiritual competitions with you guys in a big way, but that's even okay. You might see that dressed up garbage can man. You might see that $500 hat on that 50-cent head. And you might also see that one with all those degrees, more than a thermometer, trying to ask you, hey, what do you think I should do, right? But the bottom line is, you guys recognize that life is your soul's mission, okay? And along that mission, the higher realms have employed something so beautiful and selective inside of you. It is called your intuition, all right? And what that means is, you guys were fully loaded at birth. That intuition means you were born, your self is your wealth. You were born wealthy, all right? And a lot of those places, different colleges or whatever, they might sit you down and say, where's your college tuition? If you wasn't in that chair, they wouldn't have any wishing. They'd just be wishing, right? So the higher realms want you guys to know, along for in regards to your intuition, the higher realms would like for you to trust your intuition, because if you trust your intuition, you can begin to see without sight. And it's so tricky because a lot of you guys were doing that at a very early age until, yeah, until things become a little bit slight, I guess. But the bottom line is the higher realms want you to know this, okay? If you can trust your intuition, you can see without sight in a big way, because people be still scratching their head trying to figure out how that blind man and woman can, maneuver day or night, all right? So the higher realms said the higher realms did not stop blessing you with your intuition. The higher realms keeps you spiritually tethered to that intuition with this beautiful thing called your GPS. Now that's the guides, or simply God pointing you to your next level of step of origin. And make no mistake about this. The acronym for STEP is STEP, solution to every problem. So what does that mean? That means, again, you guys were born fully loaded with a solution to every problem, already loaded in your spiritual DNA. That's right, right? So the higher realms also want you guys to know that because the enemy is enemy, just like the word says, and I'm going to say this again so you can hear me. The enemy is enemy. So the higher realms want you to know, as long as you have that STEP, the solution to every problem, you must identify that a situation is simply a thing that happens. A problem is something that you create. All right? That's why a lot of times when you hear about a problem, you might hear a name attached to it. Houston, we have a problem. Situations might sound like what had happened was, right? So the higher realms want you guys to, without a doubt, okay, if you are missing anything or you're irritated in any way, all right, to take a step back and ask yourself right in the course of a moment of a day, okay? Or in a moment of what somebody else might say. Just take that moment in quiet and ask yourself, am I the solution? If you don't hear that voice say, then guess what? That's right. So you have some work to do each and every day. But the higher realms is giving you guys a big 2 thumbs up because you guys have been really active and busy and walking the walk in such a positive way. All right. Now, the higher realms also would like for you guys to know that the higher realms speak to you guys in so many ways. And the higher realms want you guys to know that the higher realms speak to you through numbers, signs, and synchronicities, right? That's why you guys have birth date, expiration date, and all the little DNA codes in your body. Well, that is what brings us to 1214, okay? I left the horoscope out of the reads now because I'm just talking to you guys in a direct spiritual way, okay? This is all spiritual, all is for everyone. So I took the name of the horoscope out because I see this is an outlandish way for people to misuse and abuse, someone who is valuable in every way. Okay, like you hear people say, "Oh, I don't like that sign." Oh, oh, you that? Oh, no, we're not doing that. We're looking at 1214. You know what I mean? Okay. Did I start Aramaro give you some butter? That is who you are. You are December the 14th, and boy, is this a beautiful number. one. Look at that. The number one, you starting off with the number one. And look, ooh, see, a lot of you guys, let me call out your numbers because you have a lot to do with the number one, the number two, and the number three. And you have a lot to do with the number 11. You have a lot to do with the number 4. And you have a lot to do with the number 5. And let me tell you how. So did I mention 3? Because you also have a lot to do with the number 3. Now, this number 1 was never meant to be a number at the beginning of your numbers. Why? Because the number 1 in ancient times, it represented God, and it still represents God, the Alpha, the beginning. A lot of you guys are alpha males and alpha females from the beginning, from day one. All right? Okay? You guys need to know that. Yes. And what that means is you guys have like, a lot of you guys have that alpha energy, and a lot of you guys have that God-like synergy. And I'm going to break it down for you guys in the G-O-D way, okay? Simplest form, G-O-D, good orderly direction. A lot of you guys have been accused of giving good orderly direction. Somebody say, oh my goodness, she give the best directions. You ever heard that? That's you guys, okay? That is that G-O-D in your profound energy. That is the G-O-D in your profound energy. I can't make it up, you guys. And also, a lot of you guys have that G-O-D energy, all right? With, what do you call, gratitude over depression. A lot of you guys refuse to sit down and twiddle your thumbs and be sad about something for periods of time. A lot of you guys get out of that. Why? Because you find something to be grateful for. So you definitely implore that G-O-D energy inside of you guys, which is a synergy. So a lot of you guys, again, gives that good orderly direction. A lot of you guys definitely tap into that gratitude over depression. And guess what else? You remember when I said you guys be gone? I said you guys don't let no grass grow up under your feet? That's what I mean. So a lot of you guys, some people think it's sweet, but you guys be gone, all right? Because you don't let no grass grow under your feet. That has a lot to do with that G-O-D energy as well. Yes, the great outdoors. So a lot of you guys really do carry this alpha energy. And the only thing that's unfortunate about that alpha energy is a lot of people can live and die and never equate a fraction usage of their alpha brain state. All right? And a lot of you guys are whole alpha males and alpha females. So what that just means is you guys, it's a little bit harder for you guys to match with a mate. That's what that means. Okay, this number 2 says so much about you. You guys, I cannot make it up. The higher realm said that number 2 is saying to you guys right now that you guys are highly favored. All right, and I can't make it up. Why? Because the higher realm said all you got to do is look in that mirror. You'll see everything on your body that equate the number of 2. You got 2 eyes, and they're both the same size. You got 2 arms. 1, 2, and we go on. And guess what? The higher realm said, as sure as it takes 2 hands to form a prayer, the higher realm said, whatever you're praying for is already right there. Now, for you guys in the back to say, I don't pray, that's okay, because guess what? You're living prayers in a big way. All right. Some of you guys prayed for you because you wouldn't be here right now today. Okay. Because a lot of people didn't make it, which means that right there, we're going to have a moment of silence for those who did not make it. Okay. To see their beautiful birthday today, because I do see. Okay. So let's just have a moment of silence for those who were born on 12/14 that did not make it in the physical realm to, be there with their loved ones, physical realm, okay? Because, yeah, let's just have a moment of silence, you guys. Altrice, Latricia, Atricia, Elisa, Felicia, Dion, Jean-Jean, Dejour, Dejini, Kay, Wahim, Latricia, Mario, Moral, okay, Maroon, Annie, Shani, or Manny, or all three. Okay, and Lisa. You guys, those are the names that's coming through. What they mean to you. And a lot of times they are from the other side when we just talked about, having that moment of silence, because they are coming through in a big way. And I really did see someone that didn't make it today that really passed away in a fire. And it was weird because, yeah. It was just a moment, where I saw that. And that's interesting that, and it's weird, like, because everything is kind of related in a big way, but it always is related. But anyway, it goes back to that time when you guys were across the street from the fire thing that day when you guys made it. So a lot of you guys know exactly what I'm talking about here. I don't want to, because I'm trying to make this real short and sweet. Okay, please bear with me. Yeah, so it had a lot to do. So it's the same person. Oh, yeah, my heart goes out to you guys. Yeah, so some of you guys are knowing what I'm saying, and you also mourn that person that was way back. But you guys are still being commended for that great act, that selfless act, that ET life that you have been living. Whew, yeah. So, yeah. So you guys, that's what I see. And 1 + 2 = 3. So a lot of you guys have a lot to do with that mind, body, and spirit energy. That triangle, that inspiration, manifestation, and creation. Or some people say Father, Son, the Holy Spirit. Some people say Mother, Father, Son. It does not matter because you are that one. A lot of you guys have that mastery. That number 3 says you guys are ascended masters. A lot of you guys are, master manifestors in this lifetime. A lot of you guys have the ability to be at 3 places at one time. Believe me, if you write your story, you will see. Anybody else write their story, they cannot be there. Okay, they cannot be, I'm going to give you an example. A lot of you guys go places and they say, oh, you just made it. Come right in there. Oh, we just starting. You right on time and all that stuff you hear. If somebody else write their story, they be like, nah, it wasn't there. They told me come back next week. Or they left, or they out of business. They closed. You know what I mean? So a lot of you guys have a lot to do with that. A lot of you guys are master manifestors. So please be mindful what you thinketh, because much to your surprise, it can instantly materialize. And that's every form, okay? So be aware of your number 3 energy. 1 + 2 = 3. I'm breaking your numbers down for you guys. You have that level of manifest and mastery, okay? So don't be like the rest of these fools talking about something. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Excuse me, it was a thought. Okay, so be mindful what you think of in the big way. A lot of you guys need to recognize that you have this 1 and this 4 here. And the higher realms told me that the number 14 is simply the abbreviation for the 144 crew. You guys know that you guys are heavily protected no matter what you guys go through. Okay, that's why you find yourself, a lot of your friends are gone, but you guys are here to carry that on. 1 + 4 = 5. That means you guys are multidimensional spiritual beings, okay? A lot of you guys bring multidimensional positive energy to this realm, okay? A lot of you guys grew up with a lot of change around you. That number 5 bring positive change from every dimensional level. And it's so strange because a lot of you guys grew up with a lot of change, like a lot of bottles of change, socks of change, drawers of change. A lot of people did not. you guys have this number 5 birthright. All of these are your birthright numbers here, 12, 14. So a lot of you guys, do me a favor, recognize 12, 14 every day and say your little small prayer or give thanks in a big way, because that is your birthright number, 12, 14. Okay, and what's so strange about this is some of you guys are going to learn that you were born at 12, 14. Did I stutter? Some of you guys are going to be shocked to know this. Okay, and let's add them up. Okay, you guys. So 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 4, that equals, that's 8 right there. Okay, so we're looking at the number 8. So that's interesting. The number 8 represents 2 circles, one at the top and one at the below. That means so as is done above, it shall be done down below. So that really does equal you guys. It recognizes everything that I just told you guys. All right. And always remember the circle represents completion, and a lot of you guys, that top circle, anything at the top realm, it represents the spiritual realm. Anything at the bottom realm, it represents the physical realm. So a lot of you guys with that number 8 birthright, you guys are completing a spiritual abundance cycle. A lot of you guys are completing a physical abundance cycle. And what that means is a lot of you guys are born totally abundant. Okay, because abundance, number 8, is your birthright. And the number 8 brings a lot of increased frequency. So a lot of you guys do nothing but add to this. You are an asset. You are a huge asset, and I cannot make it up because of your birthright number 8. And a lot of you guys have increased earth frequency just by being here. And a lot of you guys, because of that 5, you have increased earth frequency at a multidimensional spiritual level. And a lot of you guys, man, you have manifested this in a big way. Okay, a lot of you guys may experience these arguments unnecessary. Well, that's because I see the number 11 and it keeps showing it to me. This 1 and 1. And remember I told you guys have a lot to do with the number 11. Well, that's a reminder from the higher realms that you are from a higher realm. You're only here in physical form to conclude your spiritual mission. So if a lot of you guys are, in a situation, just remind yourself, am I the solution or am I the problem? And that would keep you guys really right on your path and completely spiritually recognize who you are and whose you are. So I see a lot of you guys really have this powerful worth since birth. Guys, I don't know how much time I have, so I was only able to pick a few cards for you guys. Okay, so I see here a Virgo, Capricorn, a Taurus, that has been caught cheating. I'm seeing that type of energy here. It could be Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. It could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius is what I see here. And there's a ended cycle that's coming between you guys here. A lot of you guys may even see 10 a lot. It's a, they're going to get caught cheating, okay? And they're gonna blame it on some hard troubles and stuff like that. Only because at the time they're caught cheating. But it's weird because it's something about them being broke or something like that. So what I'm getting is this person is, how some people react to certain things different ways because certain things can break up a relationship. That's why it's good to know that a relationship combined of everything, good, bad, ugly, and indifferent, right? However, this is one of those things where this person was never showing up with their true self. So it's like if there's something where there's lack of money, where money resources where it used to be, this person is acting out indirectly. So they're going to get caught cheating. And, they may even get some heart problems from it or blame it on some heart problems. But you guys have been really steadfast in trying to keep this together, by giving it one more opportunity and one more chance, because you don't want this dangerous ending, because I see a dangerous ending that it could be here, okay? And I see a lot of you guys, deep in your heart, heart of hearts, you really do want to leave this relationship. Okay, I see Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy. All the energies are here, which is kind of weird. But so yeah, so a lot of you guys are, you know how they say, rising. So some of you guys may be, what do you call, oh my goodness, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus type of rising, and then some of you guys, maybe the moon sign, or this is that person. Okay, that person, this is their rising and this is their moon. They have a Virgo, Capricorn rising, and they have a moon, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. A lot of you guys have Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy rising. A lot of you guys have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You know, well, you already know. A lot of you guys have that within you, right? So, yeah, because a lot of you guys, listen, trying to avoid that dangerous ending, knowing deep in your heart that, you know, a lot of you guys want to throw in the towel because it's just not worth celebrating anymore. A lot of you guys have really tried to hold on to it and keep it together, but however, it only works when two are working it, okay? And I see you guys are independent anyway. So a lot of you guys have been willing to stay open and listen to this person garbage, okay, in a big way. So I do see that. A lot of you guys do the 9 to 5 working at this time to keep your finances going. All right. So I see a lot I don't see any entrepreneur on the table right now. However, I also see the last one I see, yeah. So some of you guys don't realize, how do I say this? You've been working, or you've been with a person who have, been a type of person who, now this is two-sided because it could, it's different sides where these people operate from. You got people that operate from spaces that's really not, it's weird. So anyway, so some of you guys have a person here, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy, of that energy in some type of way, that will operate out of, the energy of being an informant at the job to get you guys fired, and they smile in your face or whatever. Yeah, and it's weird. So this is some underhanded stuff here. So a lot of you guys have been dating a low-key informant, and how this person been having like sexual enhancement issues, okay? So a lot of you guys may know it in that way, okay? So just to share that with you guys. And some of you guys had a family member trying to do these things to you guys, where I see it's a family member here. If a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces family member is, a suspect, then that's who they are. And they too have these sexual enhancement issues at this time. But you guys have been dealing with an informant, In other words, some of you guys have been sleeping with the op, right? Yeah, so a lot of you guys have been sleeping with the op. Can I hold on to conversation? Yeah. So the bottom line is, a lot of you guys find yourself have to walk away because you can't even communicate to this person, right? Because they too busy screaming. They don't want to talk normalcy or something of that nature. And that really hurts for real, because I feel it over here. Yeah. So a lot of you guys are going to mark down the calendar when you're counting down days, and it may be you down to 3 days or something on the count of getting out of this relationship, okay? A lot of you guys need to know that it applies in a big way. Let me see what sign that you guys need to stay away from today, okay? It's coming out Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy today. Why? Because this person have they've been doing something behind the back. They're cheating. They're cheating go. Anyway, a person has been sneaking out late at night, doing something late at night. This Aries, Libra, Gemini, they've been sneaking out late at night, so be mindful of that. So that's somebody that some of you guys may want to avoid later on tonight. okay? The Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And why? Because they are actually studying your pockets right now, okay? They only are trying to receive from your money today, and today is your day, okay? Because they see you as a fully loaded pocket. Bottom line, if somebody don't have something in their pocket. Remember I told you guys somebody going broke? So if they can't watch their own pocket, they watching your pocket at this time. So somebody's actually seeing what's in your pocket, okay? Yeah, this person has been operating like they're the big stuff, but they've been operating out of your pocket, okay? And that's weird in a weird way. So they've been analyzing your pocket the whole time, okay? So yeah, that's the sign I see you guys need to avoid today, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, especially tonight, okay? Because something about tonight, all right? Oh, that makes me angry. Now, a lot of you guys, if this person here that I was telling you guys, a family member as well, that's doing certain things, they're gonna be acting like, oh, we're a big happy family and trying to get you guys' money. Okay, and some of you guys need to know somebody already bought you guys a ring. Okay, is this ring in good faith? It's to mark an anniversary, okay? Somebody anniversary coming up for you guys. Somebody got another ring for you guys. I do see that, okay? Yeah, and oh man, it's that Kobe stuff that I see. Kobe, somebody did a Kobe, put a ring on the cheating. Still waters run deep though, and they better know silent people are very dangerous. And I see you guys still try to avoid this dangerous ending, all right? Bottom line, that's what I'm seeing here. But some of you guys really have been in deep with this shark type of energy. So, dealing with this shark type of energy, okay? So if you can, guys, avoid this this Aries, Leo, Sagittarius tonight if you can, okay? And a lot of you guys are going to, like I said, get that ring. Let me see what sign is in support of you today on your day. What sign is in support of you today? What energy is in support of you today? You guys, two energies came out, okay? And they're right here. The one that's giving you guys Arena, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Energy is coming out for you guys because some of you guys have a long-lived marriage that has a lot of psychological pains and twists and turns in it, okay? That's already caused you guys hurt in a big way. They're coming out that something about a car. Somebody gonna be purchasing a car. Somebody need to purchase a car today. Intuitively, you guys know this. Okay, it's a lot of hurt. So I see the person that hurt you, believe it or not, is okay to be in your presence today. They're very much supportive of you, even though they hurt you in a big way, okay? They're hurting too, okay, is what I'm seeing. And all I know, you guys, is it's saying here that silence can speak unforeseen volumes. So some of you guys have really been trying to keep silent, okay, in a big way while you make your decision, because it's too much turmoil, too much pain here, too much family interjection. It's weird. It's a lot of pushing and shoving you, and they ain't got no business pushing and shoving you guys, but it's a part of their family trait too. So like I said, you want to stay away from the certain people today, which is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I do see that, because it's like a lot of you guys are going to have like, some endings. Like I said, 5-5, 10-10 is what I said earlier. So that's what I have for you guys. And I'm going to try to close out like this. I love you guys. This is where we must part ways. If life, lasts, and death pass, you will see or hear me again. Until then, Paulette, peace be unto you and within one.